We're going to be looking at state management in Flutter. We're going to be looking at the different techniques or some of the techniques for managing states across our Flutter application. We're going to be looking at how to construct stateful widgets, how to monitor the changes and behavior of our data in our application. The different techniques, and I think I mentioned that. But then before we get into all of that, let's have a little bit of introduction into what we are going to be looking at in this series. Now, we can start with what is a state. Now, a state is an instance or a snapshot that shows the condition of our application at a certain point in time. So we can have an example here. Say we have an application, and then at a certain point in our application, we have two mutable variables. And then these variables are pointing to these values. So we have variable x pointing to value 2, variable y points to value 3. So we call this state A. Now, after we interact with the application, so this user interaction, since this data are mutable, then the values change. So x becomes 4, y becomes 5. So we call this state B. Now, this is like a basic example. There are others as well. We could have a navigation state. So we're interacting with the form, and then we correctly entered our email and password, and then we click the submit button, and then we get redirected to maybe the home page. That's an example, another example of a state. We could even have a situation where maybe we entered the wrong password, or maybe we even forgot to enter password, and then we click the submit button, and then we get some kind of a snack bar, a message telling us that we entered the wrong password or password is required, as the case might be. So that's another example of state in action. So we're going to take our journey from the very basic technique for managing state in Flutter to a more advanced technique. So let's look at state management. So state management is a technique or multiple techniques used to take care of the changes that occur in our application. State management helps us to respond to user interaction and keeping track of data throughout the different screens in our application. So we're going to begin from the very basic. We're going to look at set state, which is a widget specific, inherited widget, inherited module, and then eventually in subsequent tutorials, we're going to be looking at more advanced state management techniques like block pattern. This is okay, we'll get into that. Provider, riverpod, getX. The technique that we choose for our application has to be the best technique or the optimal technique for the type of application we are building. If we're building an advanced application, for instance, where we have many moving parts, we might want to go for riverpod or block, depending on how advanced the application is. The block pattern separates the UI from the business logic. All of these we're going to be looking at in our series. So this is just like an introduction into state management in Flutter. When we get back, we're going to look into set state technique, so which is a widget specific. So I'll see you then.